Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion Plays a Binding of Isaac AFTERBIRTH Plus. Dude, 14 wins in a row. No complaints. Started really strongly on the last episode. Dude, started with the Hierophant on this episode. H8QZFZSW. DPS is the slightest of slight issues. Below average rate of fire, below average damage. So why aren't we popping the Hierophant card and going to town? Well, you fool. You absolute idiot. What if we get blank card? Then we just gave up unlimited spirit hearts for 2 spirit hearts. It's a bad deal. I don't know a lot about deals. I haven't read the book. Never will. That's probably amongst the worst. Trading infinite away for finite. I guess finite. It's not something I'm that interested in doing, if possible. Now, are we likely to get blank card? No. Fair enough. But dude, if it happens, I'm gonna look like a flippin' genius. Don't pop it till we're in emergency hours, you know? This is our emergency fund. You don't just dip into this for a trip to Disneyland. This is for grandma's insulin, okay? Run. Oh, let's go. That should be regular secret room. So we are admittedly... See ya. Oh my god, we didn't get hit. We are admittedly looking for a DPS improvement from the boss. And I'm not talking about the guy who's saying, 'cause I was born in the U.S. You can sing along if you want. He was born in the USA. He was... You know this, I mean, come on. If you don't have at least some respect for Bruce Springsteen, I'm not even from New Jersey, but we're gonna have trouble being friends. We're gonna have trouble finding some common ground. Very nice. Love an easy room at this stage of the life cycle. Luckily, this guy's just about as slow as I am. Let's go. 5 bombs is pretty nice, too. You know, there's a lot to complain about right now with the 12 rate of fire and the 2.6 damage. But 5 bombs, that's really like a momentum shifter for us. That's 5 wild cards where we can be like, you know what? I don't really feel like fighting those guys. Got to be a little bit more, you know, treat them a little bit more preciously. I think we do want to take the body on this one. It's not my favorite item of all the items available. In fact, it's probably my least favorite of the mind, the body, and the soul. However, I also think it's pretty useful. You know, it's a very nice HP injection when necessary. It just goes to show you, I mean, they're all useful. We will try. Let's start with orange. That's right. So that's basically Halo of Flies. That's okay, yeah. That's also fine. The speed down is by far the worst. But having a lot of HP also gives us the ability to use the Razor Blade. Now, we probably won't for at least a bit here. Come on. Don't leave, don't leave. Okay, we got 1. I can live with that. And this time we can actually, and I know this goes against what we were saying earlier, but to protect our deal with the devil interests, which are probably now at the intersection of both more likely and close to as useful as blank card at this phase of the game, we can use the Hierophant to protect us if we have to. That's no longer like the most mission critical part of the game, is you know, trying to use the Hierophant for getting the infinite spirit hearts. Like we got enough HP right now that we can afford to play around a bit. Now, you know it'd be sick actually. We're not Samson. Well, then why am I talking about it? I was like, we're not Samson, but boy, if we got bloody lust right now, yeah, but like the odds of that are on the lower side. Get off of my screen with these fortunes, please. We are gonna play this pretty heavily here. That's nice. We really, to be honest with you, just want the speed upgrade. We need a bomb for that. Yeah, we want the speed upgrade from Blood Bag. Look, if we can't get it, we can't get it. You know, you don't have to be any more complicated than that. We also just lost our ability to use Razor Blade, but I think it's, you know, a small price to pay. I hope it's a small price to pay. Dude, I love this room. If we could find another way to open the... Oh, well, there's a way to open the rocks. Absolutely. You'll love to see it. Okay, that's good. Now, please rush me. Hello, it's me. Rush me, please. Thank you. Drop some bombs. You. I can't deny that was pretty well done. On their part. I was just sort of hoping, you know, oh my god, that we might... You know what? I got an idea. I hate to waste a bunch of time. But if I could just get you to blow this up, please. Look at that. My man is a mad genius. I don't know if I've ever had to do that before. I don't know if I've ever gone to that level. Of having to cheese Larry Jr. to get that done. Now, I'm going to miss having 5 damage. That's for certain. I'm not worried about the nickel in here. Honestly, I think having bombs might be more relevant and pressing. Oh, let's go! Absolutely huge. One of the clutchest gets we could possibly ask for. This just feels like a secret room to me. Alright. Alright, so we've really done a lot with what we've been given here. We've been given a decent amount, but we've made it work. We've really... I don't know, I feel on today. Something, I don't even know, it just feels like maybe the position of the chair is in a better position. And I'm seeing the board better, and I'm feeling good, dude. I'm feeling good. Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Ain't nothing gonna slow me down. Then you go, oh no, I've got to keep on moving. Bomb for a chest, normally a palatable deal. A potable. That's okay, we're not gonna sweat it too much for now. What's going on in my life? I mean, it's still Friday. You know, it's the same day I recorded the last episode. So, the usual. And by the usual, I mean the unusual, but what now feels like ordinary, I suppose. Everything on a personal level, everything's good. Few complaints that really feel appropriate to bust out in a time like this. Let's see what's going on in our shop. Car battery is a little spiced, huh? It's like, I think I want it. And I think that pill is good, if I remember. Yeah, that's... Oh, it's Halo of Flies, so that won't do anything for us, actually, now that I think about it. We'll spend a little money. That's almost good enough. But I'd prefer something just... Sure, let's do it. Okay. I don't mind quad shot. Our rate of fire is solid. So we don't really need another Halo of Flies, because it doesn't do anything for us. I'm gonna save Dice Shard. Here's my dream, okay? I don't dislike the Razor Blade. I feel bad that we might not have a great chance to use it. I mean, I guess this having full HP and low damage is a pretty good time to use it, but... I think that there's a... well, if we even get a deal with the devil here, because sometimes these small boss rooms just don't do that for you. Okay, they did. I'm hoping we get a better spacebar item for which car battery makes good sense. Car battery is not even really like what you want with Void, honestly. But I think we'll do this anyway. Shard that. Ryan sharded. And I think we'll just suck that up, and it immediately gave us a pretty nice benefit. Man, we really have had Void a lot lately. And I think we'll just go, dude. I think we'll just get the heck out of town. Not quite as strong immediately as our last run, but still, like, pretty freaking good. Alright. Yeah, oh my god, dude, this is a great day to play Isaac. whatever seed-based, like, random number generator is popping off today. Oh, baby. They did a great job. Keep it up. But yeah, you know. I mean, obviously, you know, there's stuff going on planet Earth right now. That's undeniable, but, you know, looking at it at a very, like, small level, I'm really not, like, a doom and gloom sort of guy. Honestly, I'm relatively optimistic, and moreover, it's kind of weird. I feel bad, but, like, I've been having some good days. I've really enjoyed 2020 so far on a personal level, and even though on like, a macro sense, you know, 2019 will be looked at as I think pretty much undoubtedly is like a better year. I can't deny that I'm like a little happier. Feels weird. It's very strange. I almost don't want to tell people. Because people ask you now, hey, how you doing? You know, they always ask it with a tone in their voice that's like, it's okay to tell me honestly for the first time ever. Normally, I just ask out of politeness, but today, and I'm like, you know, I'm doing well. I'm eating well. I will say I skipped going to the gym today for, you know, not really quarantine, but let's call it social distancing based reasons. I'm just going to work out at home a little later tonight, so I'm feeling a little bit under flexed right now, but apart from that, everything's a-okay, dude. But don't tell anybody. I'm not trying to ruin the vibe. Okay, so pop this down. Don't really want to double chaos. I think we'll take chaos, though, and we might as well double whatever comes on the ground there. And this will get mighty funky. Infamy is more than close, but I think I'm going to go a little deeper. And this is what I was looking for, really, is the opportunity to get, like, a guppy's head. And then just work with me here. I don't know what happens if you void, but we're gonna. And I'm gonna choose not to worry about it too much because I don't know anything about the consequences. But get me out of here. Yeah, weather's starting to turn beautiful, you know. Not that I really want to go outside. I'm sorry. I really am like in a good mood. But every time I try to explain why, it's like, you know, there's always a Debbie Downer just look, and I don't mean like a person that's deliberately trying to bring it down. It's like, yeah, the weather's outside. Too bad you can't go outside because you'll get the coronavirus. Womp, womp. You know how it is. There's a new season of Dirty Money on Netflix. Very interesting show. I'm not going to talk about it anymore because it's kind of a downer itself. I don't know, dude. I'm trying, okay? Yeah. We don't really want the deal with the devil for the item selection for once. We want the deal with the devil because of... Well, let me rephrase. We don't care about the item pool because of chaos. We just want access to more items. With a lot of HP, more items will always equal us being merrier. And if we say no to some deals with the devil, then, you know, so be it. Not a big deal either way. Can I tell you something that's gonna catch the ire of some of the gamers out there? I want to be very clear. I'm not trying to put a pin in your hype. I'm not trying to dampen your enthusiasm. But I know that next week, which is now this week, is a big week for games. You know, both Doom Eternal and Animal Crossing, whatever the new one's called. Honestly, I can't remember. It's not meant as a sign of disrespect. Both of those are coming out. I'm definitely gonna give Animal Crossing a shot because I did play New Leaf ages ago. I'm skeptical that it's my kind of game because I wasn't really all that into New Leaf, but... You know, I'm going to give it a try. Doom, on the other hand, I think, you know, I know it's good. I'm not trying to say it's, you know, overrated. But I think it's just a game that is not really for me, to be honest. And it's very weird because I feel like people, they're good. They're trying to be inclusive to me, you know? They're going like, dude, how exciting. It's been like a real crap year so far for games, but finally the drought is being broken. Doom's coming out. Animal Crossing's coming out. Our long national nightmare is over. And I'm like, dude, I'm just not really that much of like an Animal Crossing guy. I don't really like first-person shooters that much either, to be honest with you. Excuse me, could you speak up, please? Yeah, I'm not sure if Animal Crossing is going to be really up my alley. Oh, what, do you hate fun? Do you hate joy and all things that are pure? In this, no, I just like the mechanics I choose to interface with. I'm not like I'm glad everybody loves. What are you talking about? I'm being mischaracterized as Tom Nook. No, Tom Nook, can I come to the defense of Tom Nook, by the way? From what I understand about Animal Crossing. Oh, baby! From what I understand about Animal Crossing, Tom Nook gives you a house. Let me rephrase. He gives you a house with a mortgage, and then you have to do labor to pay him back. I'm a little surprised that Tom Nook has become this symbol of, like, landlords. You know what I mean? People are like, I hate Tom Nook. He gave me a house and now I have to catch some beetles to pay him back. Tom Nook is the most benevolent landlord of all time. He's giving you an interest-free mortgage. My man is giving you a house in the present year. All he's asking for is like, hey, can you pay me back the market value of this house at a pace in which you choose? If you wanna min-max the Bell economy and sell turnips to pay me back in a year, that's great. But there's no rush. If you want to pay me back in 10 years of playing for, 15 seconds a day, by all means. That is not a bad landlord. It's an incredible gift, an interest-free mortgage, pay at your own pace. No bank in the world is offering that. Look, he's generating no profit off of the transaction, I believe. So I'm just trying to get justice for Tom Nook. That's all I'm saying. I'm not even going to pull out the strong man. The straw man. Two different interests there. That's like, oh, well, he didn't give me the house for free, blah, blah. No, I just think people have not thought critically about Thomas Nook. And they are of the impression that he's kind of a capitalist jerk when I think actually he's given you some incredible terms. It's less like, the bank giving you a mortgage. It's more like your friend giving you like $1,000 and then you're like, well, when do you want it back? And you're like, I don't care. Just pay me exactly the amount that I lent you at a time that's most comfortable for you. It's nice. He's a nice guy. I think, anyway. But yeah, I'm not that much... I'm not that excited for Doom or even for Animal Crossing, to be honest, but I'm stoked that other people are excited. But I push back a little bit because I think it's been a pretty good year for games. I think Dreams is one of them. It might not be the most fun game I've ever played, but it's one of the most incredible games I've ever seen. Not for broadcast. Like, there's a lot of great indie stuff that's come out this year. Not for broadcast, Stone Shard. There's more, really. Like, I was looking through Northernlion tries, and I was like, man, there's been, a lot of really, really good games that have come out so far this year. Games that were, like, series potential, but because there's only so much time in a day, I haven't been able to check them all out. Skull the Hero Slayer seems like it's been a great time so far. We have 44 damage. I'm Ron Burgundy. Hello? Oh, there we go. I think there's been a lot of really good stuff this year. So again, I'm not trying to start a fight or anything. I'm not saying like, screw Animal Crossing. All I'm saying is, hey, if you dig below the surface, there's been a lot of great indie games that have come out this year as well. I know, look, when it comes to movies, do I even know what kind of like indie movies are coming out over the course of the next year? Absolutely not. Maybe a couple, but like, for the most part, I'm like, oh, dude, I can't wait to see whatever, Happy Meal Marvel comes out with next, and I own that. So far be it from me to be like, why do people only care about the tentpole releases? But I'm just saying, there's a lot of good stuff out there right now. You might not hear about it on your Game Pros and your Wired magazines and your other incredibly dated references, I think, your Game Spies and your so-ons and your so-forths, but I think it's been pretty good. I am waiting on that killer app, though. 2018, 2019 for me, they're defined by two games, pretty much. Tetris 99 and Slay the Spire. It was really, like, I know a lot of people were like, NL loved 2019, but it was kind of like a weak year for games. It was actually the strongest year for games. All you have to do is have exactly the same taste as me, where literally the only thing you care about is game's mechanics, I should say, and you just like fast forward through the whole story. If all you care about is the way that the game functions, there were 2 incredible releases. Tetris 99, without a doubt, actually, my favorite Battle Royale. And Slay the Spire, like S-tier top 3 roguelite ever made, in my opinion. I'm still waiting, you know, I have faith we'll see something along those lines. But there's been a lot of good, like, kind of smaller stuff for me. Less like you could play it forever, but still, like, good stuff. I'm just gonna blow this guy up. Let me in, please. Oh, it's an active item. It must have been... No, I don't know what it was, actually, because we already sucked up the trinket item. Yeah, I don't know what it was. Oh, well. We'll just move along. I mean, it's not like we're in danger. Like, the run is actually unbelievably simple. It's set in stone. I think for me, and it's not like a major problem. Let me start there. So we know that that's Cube of Meat, the Bible, and Trinity Shield. We definitely should not have done that, but it was fun. It's always fun to roll the dice. I can't deny it. But and this is not a knock on Animal Crossing. It's a peer behind the curtain into the unique wrinkles in my own psychology. I don't know how to have fun with those games. And whenever I ask, people go, oh, just play them casually and do whatever you like. But I'm like a weird... I think this is very common, but I still have to explain it to people who don't understand it. I'm kind of like a robot. It's like if you told a robot just to have fun with a tool, I don't know what to do. It's like what like in Slay the Spire... Let me rephrase this because it sounds super weird. I do enjoy things. Like, I enjoy my day-to-day life. But I'm a task-oriented guy. I'm the kind of guy who's like... You know, that's why I got sucked into Slay the Spire so much. Is it's just a 1-hour task over and over with a concrete goal at the end of it. You know, what are we trying to do? We're trying to beat this level of ascension, which requires us to get through these 3 floors. Okay. I'm good with that. So it's the same reason I like Isaac. It's the same reason I like Dark Souls, you know? In Dark Souls, it's not like, you know, live your life in Lordran. It's like, hey, fight these bosses in, you know, something along the lines of this order and link the Age of Fire or start the Age of Darkness, you know? In Animal Crossing, it's like, just live your life. And I struggle with that. That's why, like, I don't do well in a lot of games like that. Even Stardew, I played maybe... I wouldn't be surprised if I played 50 to 60 hours of Stardew Valley last year. And I liked it. I had a good time. At least 30 hours of that was fishing, though. And the other 30 hours was me just trying to devise the way that to like, make the most money with the crops. You know, like, oh, you want to... It's the start of the fall season. You got to get blueberries going. Or pumpkins have the fastest yield if you have this kind of sprinkler setup. You know, and people are like, just talk to the people in the town. I'm like, and I'm not ragging on you. I'm like, they're ones and zeros. I know that's a needlessly reductive way to look at things, but I derive no pleasure from speaking to Sally, the town drunk. I think I'm just, you know, I don't think I'm wired differently. This isn't like a DAE, oh, nobody else understands the way that I live my life sort of thing. It's more just like, you know, I think there's a lot of people listening to this that are like, they're going to hear that and be like, I can relate to that. I've never heard anyone say it like that, but that's like me too. There are dozens of us. Dozens of us. I can't believe with 40 damage we didn't make it to boss rush, but I guess we did, you know, do some min-maxing here. Grant this. Whatever you give me, I'll probably... suck it up. I don't know. Like, I actually don't think it's worth sucking up, Krampus. I'd rather keep a charge in case we find the boss real quickly or something like that. Suffice it to say, another very positive thing going on in my work life right now. Dude, Isaac is cruising. We've been up and down for like probably 6 months, which is not, you know, people might hear up and down and be like, that's bad. I don't see it that way. I mean, did you hear the first word in the hyphenated expression? It's up. But this is really like, for the first time in like a month, I think we're riding kind of a wave, which I'm very into here. And it's always a nice reminder as I take 3 damage against the first floor boss when I have 52 damage myself. It's a nice reminder that I can still play. We've had a lot of runs that, to be honest, were on the easy side. But some of those runs that are on the easy side, we created the easiness, you know. It lay within the seed, I suppose, but, you know, like on the last 2 runs in particular, we leveraged our advantages early to get the stuff that allowed us to really pop off to the extreme. Just suck that up right there. Another 3 damage. That's crazy, dude. We're basically adding like a run's base damage every time we press the spacebar. We will take this. I don't think we should be 1 away from Guppy, but still. Could happen at any given moment. And having flies that do 102 damage each, pretty solid. We should be under control right now. I mean, really, it's like, why not? Because I'm pretty sure every time we press this on this room, we're going to get a charge. So here's what you do, okay? Get close, then pick this up and build the charge off of it. I guess you can only do that once. But yeah, you know, I think it's been a pretty good year for games. What it has not been a good year for is movies. And I don't mean to suggest that it, like, on a cinematic level, there's been less good movies this year, because I've heard amazing things about, like, you know, First Cow just came out. That looks incredible. Never, Sometimes, Always, Often, or whatever. Like, I recognize that I don't know the name of the title, and that undermines, like, my entire point. But it's something. It's like Never, Sometimes, Often. Something like that. However, you know, I haven't been to see a movie in theaters in, like, a few months. And then also, for obvious reasons, I don't really want to go anytime soon. Like, if I was to ask you, like, where in public do people behave the worst? Most people, the movie theater, it might not be the tippy top of the list, but I think it would be, like, it would be up there. And then combine that with, like, a public health issue, and you're like, okay, I understand. Like, I already, anytime I talked, and this is, you know, not like, ooh, Mr. Mega. It's not like I'm the only person saying this, but it's just it's a funny coincidence. Anytime I talk about the percentage of, you know, men who don't wash their hands when they go to the bathroom in a public place, literally, I only think of 2 places. I think of, you know, watching a Canucks game at Rogers Arena, where, like, I would say probably 2/3 of guys do wash their hands, which I think is above average, and you know, they're probably doing it because people are watching them, and you know, those are crowded situations. You don't want to get called out. At the movie theater, I honestly think a half to 1/3 of men actually wash their hands when they go to the bathroom. There's no, I mean, there is shame in it, like, especially now, but, like, you know, I know everybody listening to this is gonna be like, I do it. Yeah, but statistically speaking, I bet a lot of you watching this don't do it. Hopefully you will now. Hopefully you will now, you know? Maybe not, though. I don't know. Maybe you'll use this as an opportunity to get emboldened and be like, well, I never wash my hands and I didn't get COVID-19. It must be because of my superior immune system. Nothing to do with the public health outreaches that have been. Anyway, we don't need to get into this, but suffice it to say, it's not high on my list of, like, places to go right now. It is wild to think about how this will, like, affect businesses. Again, I know we're talking about, the reason we're talking about is, like, it's wild. I'm not saying it's gonna wipe out society, okay? But it's like a potential, let's say, hopefully, it's a once in a lifetime you know, societal condition to find yourself in, yeah, is going to dominate some of the conversation, you know, is going to dominate people's thoughts. So, I understand that you might be like, please talk about something else. I want to know your thoughts about whether or not a bagel's a sandwich. We can talk about that in peacetime. We're at war with an unseen enemy right now. Plus, I'm also like, look, if this thing wipes out mankind, low percentage chance, but centuries from now, millennia from now, perhaps AI will be combing the earth and they'll find the records of Isaac and they'll be like, you know, I could be the primary source for a lot of this stuff on the outbreak. You know, the same way, you know, we talk about like Herodotus now, or, you know, Homer, I guess, in some sense, even though he's more of a story writer, I guess, than a historian. Let's do that. Oh, baby. Let's do that. And then suck those up. You never know, dude. This... I always knew the Isaac series was long running, but who would have thought it would have made it to the year 10,000? Go. That was a little dicey there. I'm being tongue-in-cheek. They would be watching the Game Grumps videos, for sure. They're more prevalent. They have... I could just picture, like, future alien civilizations. Look at them. They have 19 million followers. The prophets of the Game Grumps. Anyway, get me out of here, dude. With easy wins. Great. We had a good time. Hope you enjoyed it as well. And that's win 15, dude. If you enjoyed it, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I will see you next time. See ya!